CEO found the single dad shopping alone. Her unexpected whisper changed everything. The CEO noticed him because he didn't belong there. On a quiet Tuesday afternoon, the luxury grocery store was almost empty, just soft music, polished floors, and people who never checked price tags. Amelia Grant, CEO of a global tech firm, stood near the organic produce, scrolling through emails on her phone, when she saw him, a man in a faded hoodie, worn sneakers, pushing a cart with careful precision, as if every inch mattered. What truly caught her attention wasn't his clothes. It was the way he paused before every shelf, calculating, comparing, putting items back, and the way a little girl sat in the cart, swinging her legs, humming softly, completely unaware of the quiet math happening. In her father's head, Amelia had closed billion-dollar deals without blinking. Yet something about this scene made her chest tighten. The man picked up a box of cereal. His daughter's eyes lit up, then he turned the box over, scanned the price, and gently returned it to the shelf. "It's okay, sweetheart," he said softly. "We'll get the other one." The girl smiled anyway. "Okay, Daddy." That smile did something to Amelia. It reminded her of a time long before boardrooms and private drivers, when her mother used to cut apples into thinner slices so they'd last longer. Amelia found herself watching them aisle after aisle. The man, Ethan, she would later learn, moved with quiet dignity. No complaints. No visible frustration. Just patience. Care. Love.at. The checkout line, the total flashed on the screen. Ethan swallowed. He pulled out his wallet, fingers hesitating as he counted bills. He whispered an apology to the cashier and asked her to remove the strawberries and the small pack of chicken. His daughter frowned. "But you like strawberries." Ethan smiled, though his eyes didn't. "I like you more." Amelia stepped forward before she could stop herself. "Excuse me," she said gently. Ethan turned, startled, clearly bracing for judgment. She leaned closer, not loud enough for anyone else to hear, and whispered something that would change everything. "Please don't put them back," she said. "Let me help." Ethan shook his head immediately. "I can't, thank you," but Amelia met his eyes. There was no pity in hers. Only sincerity. "Let me," she repeated softly. "As a kindness. No strings." The cashier paused, sensing the moment. The line behind them went silent. Ethan looked down at his daughter, then back at Amelia. His pride battled his exhaustion. Finally, his shoulders lowered just a fraction. "Okay," he said quietly. "But just this once." Amelia paid the full bill without a second glance. Outside, the late afternoon sun painted the parking lot gold. Ethan strapped his daughter into the car seat, then turned to Amelia. "Thank you," he said. "You didn't have to do that." "I wanted to," she replied. They stood there awkwardly for a moment, two strangers from different worlds. "My name's Ethan," he added. "This is Lily." Lily waved enthusiastically. "Thank you for the strawberries." Amelia laughed. "You're welcome." As Ethan closed the car door, Amelia asked, "Can I ask you something?" "Sure." "How do you stay so calm?" Ethan exhaled. "I don't always. But she's watching." He nodded toward Lily. "Her mom passed away 3 years ago. Cancer. Since then, it's just been us." Amelia felt the words hit her harder than any boardroom betrayal ever had. "I work nights," Ethan continued. "Days, sometimes. Whatever I can get. It's not much, but," he shrugged. "We're okay." Amelia hesitated, then handed him her business card. "If you ever need anything," she said, "call me." Ethan looked at the card, then at her. "You're the Amelia Grant?" She smiled sheepishly. "Guilty." His eyes widened, but before he could speak, she added, "That doesn't change what this was." He nodded slowly. "Thank you." "Really?" They parted ways. Amelia assumed that would be the end of it. She was wrong. 2 weeks later, her assistant knocked on her office door. "There's a man here to see you," she said. "No appointment. Says his name is Ethan." Amelia's heart jumped. Send him in. Ethan entered, clearly uncomfortable in the sleek glass office. He held his hands together like he wasn't sure where to put them. I didn't want to bother you, he began. But I lost my job. Amelia didn't interrupt, the warehouse shut down. No notice. He swallowed. I tried everywhere. I remembered what you said. She stood up. You did the right thing. Within days, Amelia arranged a temporary role for Ethan in facilities management at her company. Steady hours, fair pay, benefits. Nothing flashy. Just stable. Ethan worked harder than anyone noticed that he showed up early. Stayed late. Helped others without being asked, and Amelia noticed. Months passed. One evening, Amelia stayed late, exhausted. As she walked through the building, she saw Ethan asleep at his desk during a break, Lily curled up on a small couch nearby, drawing quietly. Amelia felt something shift inside her. This wasn't charity, this was family.at, the company holiday event. Amelia took the stage. She spoke about leadership, about success, then she paused. I want to recognize someone, she said, scanning the room until she found Ethan. Someone who reminded me what strength really looks like. The room fell silent as she told the story, not of a CEO helping a single dad, but of a single dad teaching a CEO what humanity means. There were tears. Applause. Lily clapped the loudest. Later that night, Ethan approached her. I never told you, he said, but that day in the store. I was at my breaking point. Amelia nodded. I know. You didn't just help me buy groceries, he continued. You helped me believe again. She smiled softly. You did the same for me. Years later, when people asked Amelia what her greatest business decision was, she never mentioned mergers or stock prices. She talked about a grocery store. A whisper, and a reminder that the smallest kindness can change the biggest lives, because sometimes, success isn't about what you build. It's about who you lift, when no one else is watching.